Every Monday, you tell yourself you will be disciplined, consistent, and unstoppable. But by midweek, it's gone, and you're back to I'll start again next week. But the truth is, you don't lack discipline. You just keep relying on motivation that disappears in a couple of days, which is why you keep resetting instead of actually progressing. But these five habits are what finally break that cycle and help you stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. Make your environment frictionless. When you're feeling super lazy, even the smallest effort can feel like too much. And that is exactly when most people quit before they even start. If a habit requires even one extra decision, your brain uses it as a reason to delay or skip it completely. That's why you remove the struggle before it shows up. For example, if your goal is going to the gym in the morning, set up everything you need the night before so the next morning all you have to do is wake up and go. If you delay preparation to the next day, it instantly turns into an excuse to skip it. You can apply the same idea anywhere in life. If you want to study, prepare your desk and materials beforehand so you can start instantly instead of wasting time getting ready. If you want to build better habits, remove anything that slows you down or forces you to think twice before starting. Next one is change your identity shift. Most people stay stuck because they try to change their actions without changing how they see themselves. The way you talk about yourself matters more than you think. If you keep telling yourself and others that you are lazy, your brain accepts it as truth and starts pushing your actions to match that belief. Instead of locking yourself into that identity, shift the frame. Something like, I'm someone who values rest, but I'm learning to be more consistent and get things done. This small change in identity creates a big shift in behavior. You don't need to become a different person overnight. You build a new identity through small actions every day, like studying for a few minutes or completing small works or showing up even when you don't feel like it. Think of it like voting. Every small action is a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. The more you vote for discipline, the more your brain starts believing it, and the easier it becomes to act like that person. Next one is use the 5-second countdown. It is a simple brain hack that helps you beat hesitation before it turns into excuses. When you know you should do something like getting out of bed or starting your study session, your brain immediately tries to delay it with thoughts like just a few more minutes or I'll do it later. Counting down from 5 to 1 breaks that loop. It acts like a mental reset button that stops overthinking before it takes control. The moment you reach 1, you move immediately before your brain has time to negotiate with you. This works because action destroys hesitation. Most laziness isn't about energy, it's about the gap between thought and action. The countdown removes the gap completely by forcing instant movement. Another powerful part is consistency. The more you use it, the more your brain learns to respond to action instead of excuses. Next one is forgive slip ups immediately. When you're trying to become more disciplined, the worst thing you can do after a slip up is beat yourself up. Most people think being harsh on themselves is a sign of discipline, but it actually does the opposite. You skip a study session or spend 2 hours scrolling on YouTube, and suddenly you start thinking, I'm so lazy or I ruined everything. That guilt often leads to even more procrastination. Instead of turning one mistake into a whole wasted day, forgive yourself immediately and move on. A lazy afternoon doesn't mean you're a lazy person. It just means you had a lazy moment. Then take a very small action to get back on track, like read one page, solve one problem, or study for just 5 minutes. The people who succeed are not the ones who never slip up. They are the ones who forgive themselves and get back on track immediately. Last one is treat consistency better than intensity. When you are feeling unmotivated, your brain starts using intensity against you. It tells you that if you can't do a perfect, long, high energy session, there is no point in starting at all. And that's a trap. Discipline is just consistency over time. A small daily effort always beats random intense sessions. For example, doing 30 minutes every day gives more results than doing 5 hours once in a while and then stopping for days. That is why you need a minimum version of your habit for lazy days. Instead of skipping studying, just open your book and read for 2 minutes. Instead of skipping a workout, do a very light 1 to 2 minute movement like a few squats or stretches. Even meditation can be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths. The rule is simple. On bad days, don't aim for perfect, just don't skip completely. And those were the 5 habits that can help you stay consistent even when motivation disappears. Because in the end, discipline is simply showing up again and again.